Last week, I stated that we were working for peace not only for this country, but to preserve the peace of Europe. Today, events move so rapidly that it is exceedingly difficult to state with technical accuracy the actual state of affairs, but it is clear that the peace of Europe cannot be preserved. Russia and Germany, at any rate, have declared war upon each other. First of all, let me say very shortly that we have consistently worked with a single mind, with all the earnestness in our power to preserve peace. The House may be satisfied on that point. I would like the House to approach this crisis in which we are now from the point of view of British interests, British honour and British obligations, free from all passion as to why peace has not yet been preserved. The situation in the present crisis has originated in a dispute between Austria and Serbia. France are involved in it because of their obligation to honour under a definite alliance with Russia. That obligation of honour cannot apply in the same way to us. We are not parties to the Franco-Russian alliance, but for many years we have had a long-standing friendship with France. The French fleet is now in the Mediterranean, and the northern and western coasts of France are absolutely undefended. My own feeling is that if a foreign fleet came down the English Channel and bombarded and battered the undefended coast of France, we could not stand aside and see this going on practically within sight of our eyes, with our arms folded, looking on dispassionately, doing nothing. I believe that would be the feeling of this country. Things move very hurriedly from hour to hour, and I understand that the German government would be prepared, if we would pledge ourselves to neutrality, to agree that its fleet would not attack the northern coast of France. I have only heard that shortly before I came to the House, but it is far too narrow an engagement for us. And, sir, there is the more serious consideration, becoming more serious every hour. There is the question of the neutrality of Belgium. I telegraphed to both Paris and Berlin to say that it was essential for us to know whether the French and German governments were prepared to undertake an engagement to respect the neutrality of Belgium. It now appears, from the news I have received today, that an ultimatum has been given to Belgium by Germany, the object of which was to offer Belgium friendly relations with Germany on condition that she would facilitate the passage of German troops through Belgium. If it be the case that there has been anything in the nature of an ultimatum to Belgium asking her to compromise her neutrality, her independence is gone. If her independence goes, the independence of Holland will follow. I ask the House, from the point of view of British interests, to consider what may be at stake. If France is beaten in a struggle of life and death, beaten to her knees, loses her position as a great power, becomes subordinate to the will and power of one greater than herself, if that were to happen, and if Belgium fell under the same dominating influence, and then Holland, and then Denmark, then would not Mr. Gladstone's words come true? That just opposite to us, there would be a common interest against the unmeasured aggrandizement of any power? It may be said, I suppose, but we might stand aside, husband our strength, and that, whatever happened in the course of this war, at the end of it, intervene with effect to put things right, and to adjust them to our own point of view. If, in a crisis like this, we run away from those obligations of honour and interest as regards the Belgian Treaty, I doubt whether, whatever material force we might have at the end, it would be of very much value in face of the respect that we should have lost. We are going to suffer, I am afraid, terribly in this war, whether we are in it or whether we stand aside. the Belgian treaty obligations, the possible position in the Mediterranean with damage to British interests, and what may happen to France from our failure to support France if we were to say that all those things matter nothing, were as nothing, and to say we would stand aside, we should, I believe, sacrifice our respect and good name and reputation before the world, and should not escape the most serious and grave economic consequences. The most awful responsibility is resting upon the government in deciding what to advise the House of Commons to do. We worked for peace up to the last moment and beyond the last moment. How hard, how persistently, and how earnestly we strove for peace last week. But that is over. As far as the peace of Europe is concerned, we are now face to face with the situation and all the consequences which it may yet have to unfold. I have now put the vital facts before the House, and if, as seems not improbable, we are forced and rapidly forced to take our stand upon those issues, then I believe when the country realizes what is at stake, what the real issues are, the magnitude of the impending dangers in the west of Europe, which I have endeavored to describe to the House, we shall be supported throughout not only by the House of Commons, but by the determination, the resolution, the courage, and the endurance of the whole country.